we in America should really thank Jesse, because it was Jesse's giving of himself and of his family that not just one time but twice, and excited enough blacks and enough whites to go out and vote. And that's what this country's about.
Yeah, he can
voting.
speak.
You know, and give me something to vote for other than the lesser of the two evils. Now let me tell you why it was so great. Because in that November election, what went around the world, here's a black man become mayor of New York, first black governor, Virginia. Blacks and women win all across the country, and that was before the Tuesday before the Berlin Wall came down. We got to send a message around the world before they sent that message back. And it was Jesse that excited those Americans that hadn't been excited. And we keep looking at that election in New York and say, well, look at racism. We thought he was going to win by 20 points. Look what happened in Virginia. And the message out of it is when right stands up, wrong don't stand a chance. You don't need that much of right to wipe wrong out. You didn't need 20 points. All you needed was that handful of white folks, that handful of people that said, I'm not going to vote color today, I'm going to come out and vote my heart. And America was all going through.
He changed the world.
Thank Jesse for that.
Now, in keeping with that, you talk a lot about balance, you talk a lot about nurturing yourselves. Talk about ecology.
Well, when you look at ecology, that's the one thing that's really, really, really out of balance. If we abuse ourselves, if we pollute our bloodstream, you should expect us to pollute rivers and streams. And so consequently, all at once the ecology have looked down on us and we messed it up so bad. The bombs, it's the same thing with the earthquake in San Francisco. It's the same thing with Hugo. All at once something came through in a split-second time and said your bombs is no good. You have nothing in your arsenal that can stop this. And so now we look at the ecology, and they haven't told the people the truth, but they said, let's break up the armies and spend all of our money on technology. And that's why these walls is coming down, and that's what we need to do. And it works.
There you go. And we need more people like yourself. And Dick, I'd like to extend the offer to you. Come back anytime you feel like it.
I love it.
Because there's never enough time. Thank you, brother.
My brother. Peace be with you.
Peace be with you. We'll be back. Are they better than a CD or what?
Better than a CD and considerably less expensive.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Boys are good.
I really like them.
Now,
good to hear.
Remember you once told me that I could invite a guest on the show?
Yeah, I mean, we had discussed it in theory. Yeah, vaguely.
He's here.
What? Who, Harris? What? I mean, this...
Well, I want to do this right, because this man needs a special introduction.
Okay, we should have cleared it.
But first, okay, I have this article.
Okay.
Now, as you may or may not know, some bikers belong to a fraternal brotherhood called the Hells Angels.
Okay, I think we all know the Hells Angels, right?
Okay. Now, recently, this group has been attacked and besmirched in both the print and audio-visual media. The result of which is their corporate officers have voted to file a class action suit for character defamation.
Wow. Wait, Hells Angels, character defamation, Harris, are you serious?
Quite. And now, if I may...
Well, do I have a choice?
Not really.
All right.
Okay. I would like to bring out their general counsel, close personal friends of mine, and a mighty, mighty man, William J. Parsons, Esquire.
Welcome to the show. Have a seat. Of course, you know Harris. Now, you if I may be kind of bold, do not really have what we would call the Jacobian Myers, L.A. Law type of appearance. I'm just curious as to what exactly is your legal background.
I studied law while attending Ohio State.
You see, now, I have played at university.
Penitentiary.
That's
Jeffrey.
a tough room. Yeah, that's...
Listen, while incarcerated, I decided to take up law so I could help out my fellow man.
All right, I think I would applaud that, wouldn't you? I think that's a nice...
Man to saint, man to saint.
Good use of your time. So then let me then apologize for being somewhat skeptical. It's just, you know, it's not often that you hear the term defamation of character and Hell's Angels in the same sentence, so I apologize.
See, now that's our point exactly. If you cut us, do we not bleed?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe not as much as the yud that would try something as stupid as that, but...
If I may, Jeffrey, I brought with me the allegations. I'd like to read them.
Absolutely,
for you, please. Now, we allege that the motion picture and television industries and their unions have conspired to depict us, for lack of a better term, in a less than flattering light, thereby affecting our members' career opportunities.
So, are you saying then that you've been discriminated against?
What, are you stupid? Have you ever seen a guy like me on Jeopardy, Jeffrey?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
They wouldn't want a guy like me. I'll take Islamic law for 1,000, Alex.
No. I see your point.
It's the television and motion picture industry that has distorted our image. I mean, why can't we ever play the romantic lead?
Sure.
Why can't we ever come to the rescue?
Sure. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, you guys can have your own cable channel, you know. Sorry, I meant to say... Can you give us an example, sir?
Okay, like the show Doggy Howser, right?
Yeah.
No.
Doogie. Doggy's fine. It's just an O. I'm not going to lose my life over an O. Okay, Doggy. How's it?
Anyway, in this one episode,
right,
they have these so-called Hell's Angels, right, harassing an elderly couple.
Okay, I saw that show. I did see that.
So then you saw how unauthentic the scene was, right?
Well, I mean, are you saying that Hell's Angels don't harass elderly people?
No, I'm not saying. They probably deserved it.
Yeah, they probably did.
I'm talking about the bikes, Jeffrey. Did you see the bikes?
I didn't know.
They had us riding Yamahas and Kawasaki's, for God's sake.
I see that.
The Hell's Angel on a Japanese bike? How ludicrous,
yeah.
Jeffrey. We ride Harleys. We buy American. And does anybody ever say anything about that? No!
He's right, Jeff. The man has got a point. Now tell him about the jokes.
The jokes?
Don't be stupid, Jeffrey. You know the jokes. The jokes they tell behind our back all the time.
I don't hear them at all.
How come the Hell's Angels never have their own Christmas family reunion special? Because we all have different parole dates?
Never.
You think that's funny?
No, I think it's sad that they would say something like that. It's wrong. It's just wrong.
And how many Hell's Angels does it take to go deer hunting?
I don't...
3. 2 to hold down the deer and 1 to work them over. That is not funny.
That's sad, again, because you're hitting a deer, which is bad. That's not good.
And there's really one that ticks me off. How does the Hell's Angel get into a legitimate business? Through the roof.
No, come on, that's...
You can be replaced, Jeffrey.
I assume that there's got to be at least one joke that you guys find mildly amusing. Just one.
Well, there's one. There's one joke.
Okay, great. This is good.
There's one. You want to hear the joke?
Yeah, I'd love it.
2 bikers walk into a bar.
Yeah.
Everyone else leaves. Now that's funny.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a funny joke.
That's my favorite one I've heard so far. Help yourself. Now, I understand that your lawsuit is for $36 million.
That is our prayer for relief,
okay,
yes.
So how did you arrive at that figure?
These are horrible, Jeffrey.
Yeah, well, I sat on most of them.
What kind of budget do you have here?
Not the one you ate, but just...
Yeah.
So how did you arrive at the $36 million?
Well, our accountants, right, they figure that we the 36 million fairly covers the damages to our reputation. But of that 36 million, 30 million is going to go to our general pension and welfare fund.
Which is a good move, right?
That's a good move.
Yeah.
And the other 6 million will go for tattoos, of course.
Which is, of course, which is a good idea because I can still see some pigment on your arm. So, you know, I mean, I like them. They're nice.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And I like you.
And well, I want to wish you luck with the case, then, sir.
Well, Jeffrey, we do have precedent in this case on our side.
Sure.
Yes, we do. And one thing, we know who they are.
Yeah.
And we know what they said.
Ooh.
Yeah. And most importantly, we know where they live, Jeffrey. And we're going to get them.
Thanks, Harris.
That's what we're going to do.
Thanks a lot. And we need to talk. And we need to take a commercial, and we'll be right back. So you are indeed then forgiven. Okay. So, Harris, what did you think? What did you think of tonight's show?
Well, you don't need me to tell you. It was a veritable oasis in the abyss of darkness that most people must wade through on their television.
Yeah, that's why I have him here. I'm going to wrap things up probably and clear things up with Pam after the show. What are you going to do?
Well, I'd like to catch the last half hour of Letterman.
Harris, we need to talk again. Thanks for watching, everyone, and good night from the two of us.
That's a some entertainment, huh, boss?